So you're watching me on the phone right now. You're watching me using technology, the internet. Do you understand completely how the internet works? Chances are the answer is no. All right. So what's going on YouTube? We're live on YouTube right now. So I'm gonna tell you right now. If you want to see my screen, you're gonna see. Yeah, absolutely. This person says, Bobby, what's up, Bobby? Bobby says it's one of the world order universal currency. I mean, what about the Antichrist? What do you guys think about that? Some people are saying it's the way the devil wants to control the rest of the world. What do you guys think about that, right? I'm curious. I'm curious. I want to know what you guys think about that. But again, YouTube, the reason why we're here is I want to give you my personal way of justifying if you should buy if you invest in bitcoins and cryptocurrency or not. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 words, 3 things to consider if you're thinking about maybe I should invest in bitcoins and cryptocurrency or not. Okay, that's what we're here. That's the topic for today. And the other thing I'm going to go through is you're going to be able to see my screen. So just go ahead and search on YouTube for my name, Ola Talks Abitogun. For those of you on Facebook, if you want to see my screen when I analyze what happened in the market today and what we should expect over the next, I guess, whenever 5-10 years immediately, right? We're going to be able to do that. Okay. So again, we're here to answer the question: should you invest in bitcoins and cryptocurrency or not? Bobby says no one will know. Everyone assumes, but no one will actually know till the end. I beg to differ a little bit, but I mean, you have the right to your opinion. But again, and you're also right, by the way, everyone is kind of like offering an opinion. What I have is an opinion. Nothing is guaranteed. By the way, whatever I talk about here today about Bitcoins, while I share, let me first of all make sure I'm sharing this stuff, right? Whatever I share here with you today about Bitcoins, by the way, it's not a guarantee of anything. It's not a guarantee of that you're gonna make money. Okay, I don't know if you're gonna make money. I don't know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Hopefully, you wake up tomorrow, right? But I can't guarantee anything. What's up, Jamal? What's going on, Jamal? All right. So again, I'd like to know your opinion with regards to. I don't know if any of you are Christians and you're wondering, is this the way that the devil is going to control the world? Or this is just another way that money is evolving, right? Well, money is evolving right in the front of our eyes. It's been happening already. Many of you carry digital currency already and not cash. Okay. Somebody say, how do we cash it? Well, we don't cash it. Okay. It's already cash. Okay. And it's spendable. It's a lot of websites already accept Bitcoins. But again, we're not just going to talk about Bitcoins. We're going to talk about cryptocurrencies in general. Okay. Let's see here. Share on your timeline. And I have one more place I want to share, and then we can get started here. I don't want to waste your time. I want to get straight to the point. I'm going to share the 3 things with you. The 3 things I want you to consider when you're thinking about if you should, in fact, invest in Bitcoins and cryptocurrency or not. I want to share those 3 things with you, and then you go ahead and do whatever you want with that information. But those are the 3 things that is very much the core of my reason for saying, I'm going all in, right? So by the way, I did 2 other videos before this, and you should go take a chance. Okay, the first one was, again, why am I going all in? The second one was the 7 rules that I'm using. I absolutely think that you must watch the 7 rules before you take a step, okay, before you go ahead and invest in bitcoins or before you start playing around with this stuff. This stuff is very dangerous, just like any other investment vehicle. Real estate is dangerous. Investing in gold can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, of course. Okay, but these rules that I created, I didn't exactly create. Is something that let me see here. It's something that I created from my experience over time, from investing in real estate, in other vehicles, in stock options and things like that. So I'm not just brain farting these things out. I'm talking from experience. Okay, I'm talking specifically from experience. So if you're watching me right now, and I want you to do me a favor, because I'm going to share these 3 things with you. I'm here. I will Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm not muted now. It looks like I have audio coming in, and from what I've seen, and if I'm muted, oh well. Okay. But if you're muted, just tap my name into Facebook, and you see my fan page has about 49,000 fans on it. You'll find it. Then go find me over there. But I don't think I'm muted. I see audio coming in here, or maybe I can test it. But anyway, yeah. So you get my point. That takes me to the third one, technology, right? So I was saying, market always win. The market always win. If the market wants something, clearly, I was saying $17,000. The only thing that should tell you is that right, there's a bunch, there's a bubble in it. Okay, there's no question about that. There's a big old bubble in bitcoins, and the only thing I can tell you about that is that look into other cryptocurrency. There's at least two other ones you should be investing in, which is Litecoins and Ethereum. Okay, hello Brian. All right, you have a Litecoin and Ethereum. You should look into other cryptocurrency. And the words on the street is that some of the technology behind this other cryptocurrency is actually better than Bitcoins itself. But Bitcoin is the most popular and is the one that's making the news. And to be honest with you, I'm capitalizing on that news as well, because guess what? The topic of this is, right? The topic of this is, should you buy Bitcoins? Why didn't I say should you buy Litecoin? Right? Because more people are paying more attention to Bitcoins. Good for you, Jacob. Good for you. Jacob says I have Ethereum. Okay, and you saw the breakout that happened a few days ago, right? So Bitcoin is Ethereum is trading at $700 right now, and that came from like 370 in the past few days, right? So that's something to pay attention. So the third thing again I was saying is technology. Okay, technology is the third thing you should pay attention to when it comes down to. Please let me know, Mr. Abdul. Let me know if I'm still muted. Please let me know. Let me know if I'm good now. Okay, I would like to know. Okay, um, so technology, right? Just like you can't stop the market, you can't stop technology. You can try, because trying to stop technology is like trying to not face reality, right? You can avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequence of avoiding reality. I was talking to a gentleman today, and I said, listen. Oh, thank you very much, sir. So I was telling to a gentleman today, and I said, listen, when you have the only source of suffering in life, the only source of suffering in life is when you don't face reality. You can try to avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. Okay. The fact of the matter is that technology is here to stay. And what happened with .com, okay, which is it took off and then it busted, but .com is still here, right? The internet is still here, and you and I were using the internet right now. I mean, if you stayed in, you made money, right? And if you didn't stay in and you panicked when they busted and you became part of the bad news, then you were part of the reason why it busted and you became a casualty, right? So what I'm going to tell you, part of the rules in the 7 rules, you will see how I tell you to protect yourself against the tank that's going to come, okay? There's going to be a bust. And how to protect yourself against that, I talk about that in the 7 rules. So make sure you go watch that, okay? um but yes, the technology is here to stay, and if you have any experience at all in the last 20 years, you saw the speed at which technology came. So if in fact bitcoins and cryptocurrencies never bust, I would not be surprised. I think it will. Okay, history says things like this will bust at some point. Okay, but if it never tanks, right, if it stays at $17,000 and goes to $100,000, I will not be surprised, because again, the speed of light is not unusual when it comes to how technology evolves these days. Okay, when it comes to how we adopt new technology, new pieces of gadgets, how fast Amazon is taking over, companies going under, companies losing volume. FedEx lost 30% of their volume last year because Amazon took over 30% of their volume. They started delivering themselves, and they're talking to the future. They're talking things like drones delivering and things like that. If you're in denial about this kind of things, that's you not facing reality. And again, you can avoid reality, but you will not be able to avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. The gentleman I was talking to today as well, his name is Phil, is probably watching me right now, and I also talked about the fact that you could say, hey, I don't want to deal with technology. I want to go on a retreat. I want my phone away from me, my television away from me. But the fact of the matter is that in this society, you cannot function without technology. And part of that technology, I have to tell you, is cryptocurrency, digital currency, decentralized. Okay, because we already have digital currency. So let's not go back and forth or argue about that. Okay, but decentralized currency is here to stay. Okay, why? Because the market force always win. Okay, if you ever wonder, I was talking to the gentleman that drove me home, the Uber driver today. If you ever wonder why Trump won in America, it's because the market wanted Trump. Never mind the electoral vote, whatever, any of those things, popular vote, is because the market wanted it. Secretly, they didn't know that they wanted it. And somebody would say, no, it's a lie. Well, guess what? You're not facing reality. Okay. In spite of all of that, if you follow my lead here, you should be able to win. I say you should be because I am not guaranteeing you anything. I'm just giving you things that you can take and you run with and you create your own little rules out of it. Okay. So my 7 rules is not a guarantee you will make money. It's my rules. You can take it, you can tweak it into your own little thing and you can use that to position yourself to win big with the next wave of technology. Okay. And that takes me to the bonus thing I want you to consider. And that's trend. Trendy, trend, the trend. Okay, so everything I said here so far, inflation, globalization, technology, all are related to trend. Okay, what happens if you're trying to swim in an ocean and you swim against the trend? You're not going to move too far. Okay, you're not going to move too far. It's as simple as that. Okay, and when we talk leverage, I always tell people when I'm teaching business, it's all about leverage. Why would you want to swim against the trend? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, never mind that you don't understand the blockchain yet. Never mind that you don't understand the nodes in the blockchain yet. Right, you don't need to understand. You don't understand how the phone works. Right, you don't need to understand how the phone works, but you use it, right? Okay, you can understand basic things. This digital currency is how we spend money in the digital age. It's as simple as that. And if you argue against that, you're arguing against reality. You can avoid reality. You cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. The consequences may very mild. You're just status in the same point, So I'm going to tell you right now, pay attention. It's a wave, and it's a big wave. Obviously, something goes from in 1 month goes from 5,000, 6,000 to $17,000. It's unheard of, right? And you could go all day long and say it's bubble. Yes, a bubble, but it's still an indication that the market is expecting something. There's something, a massive shift is coming, and at the very minimum, you deserve to pay attention. Okay, so if you're watching me on Facebook right now, this is a good time right now to go. I'm about to switch screens over so you can watch my screen, and then we can analyze the market today and just see what I'll tell you what I'm seeing, and then you tell me if you see something different, and then we'll take it from there. So all you have to do is go to YouTube, search my name, Ola Talks Abitogun. If you're not watching me on YouTube already, just go to YouTube right now. Majority of you watching me are watching me on Facebook. You can open another window, you can mute it, and you can watch my screen as I go through this. And I'm also going to check, the last time I'm going to check is the news and what people are saying. And the reason why I like checking the news is because you need to feel, again, the market always win, right? Just feel on the pulse of the market, see what the news are saying. But these are the things you need to pay attention to. If you're really interested, you should be paying attention to that, right? So I'm switching screen to my Coinbase first. If you want to utilize all the resources I'm using, where you want to go is olatalks.com/bitcoins. That's OLATUX/bitcoins. That's where you're going to see all the resources that I'm using. Okay. Over there, you'll be able to sign up for Coinbase through my link. That will send you $10. That will give you access to $10 worth of free bitcoins if you buy up to $100. But then they will also send me $10 too. Okay, so thank you if you go through my link. But also there you will see some other resources that I would tell you to explore. There's nothing there that's a guarantee to make money. It's just things that I'm using. Okay, so there's a lot of tricks that people are using. The only thing I tell you to do, don't take out your life savings and put it in this thing. Don't do that. Okay, just don't do that. Okay. All right. There's a lot of strategies out there. I'm not knocking any strategies. I'm just saying it's better. You're better off not going crazy and going wild. Okay. So clearly, the Bitcoins went down today. So first thing I want to look at is if you're looking at my screen right now, let's make sure we can see my screen. Bitcoin. Well, first of all, let's look at mine, right? I'm only $297 in. Okay. So I'm not somebody who has invested $900, oh no, $5,000 in 2009, and it's now worth $1 million. No, I'm just like you, and I like you like that. Okay, no, kind of, but I'm glad that we're here and we're gonna go on this together, right, on the journey. And if you use my 7 rules, you'll be following my same lead, right? So I'm only $297 in, right? And here I have 641. The size of my portfolio right now is 641.27. Okay, and you don't want to be looking at it like this daily. It's not necessary for you to do that. Okay, let me just see something. Minus 297. So 641 minus 297, and then you divide that by your investment, which is 297, and then you multiply that by 100, right? And that gives you your percentage ROI. I'm 115% ROI. Now, is am I lucky? Not necessarily lucky. I guess maybe a little bit of luck there. Is too short. That number, 115% return on investment, means nothing to you, and you will see why I say that when you go watch my 7 rules on this channel, on YouTube channel. Go watch that, and you understand why I said that. It's a good thing to look at. I guess it feels good to watch it grow, but it's not really. I guess 5 to 10 years play. Okay, 5 to 10 years play. This money is gonna sit in there for a while. If it gets more expensive, I still buy the same schedule. If it gets cheaper, I just get to buy cheaper. That's all. It's a 5 to 10 years play if you're following my lead. Okay. Um, Ethereum here. Okay, so first of all, I'm looking at the 1 day chart first. One of the rules is that we don't look at the 1 day chart to make buying or selling decision. Okay, we do not look at the 1 day or 1 month. The only chart we look at to make a buying decision ever, if that's ever going to determine anything, the only chart you look at is the 1 year chart. Okay, because it's just long term enough. Okay, all right. Hi, Faith. Yeah, you can stay with us, and then you can watch from the beginning once we're done. Okay. All right. So Bitcoin is trading at 16,846. So I showed you my portfolio based on my strategy in 3 weeks, 115% return on investment. Okay. All right. So 16,000, that's not a guarantee you'll make money. Okay. Just want you to know that. Um, since yesterday, it dropped 884. One of the rules, okay, I'm kind of throwing the rules at you, but I want you to go collect the list. Just go to allatalks.com/Bitcoin, right? Um, one of the rules is that we do not look at $800 as we look at it just to see, hey, but just for fun. Okay, but the real number is percentage. You look at percentage, that's it. The only thing that matters ever is percentage. That's it. Okay, the linear number, the linear incrementals, if it dropped by 3,000 yesterday, I don't care, because that's with respect to what? Okay, it dropped by 880, but with respect to what? With respect to a $17,000 valuation per coin. Okay, and that's only 5%. That's not a lot in a very volatile market, right? Let's see here. Just had a low recently where not moving much, then exploded for 3 to 4,000 day. Yeah, nice one, man. That's gonna happen if you have a strategy. I'm not gonna say if you follow my rules. If you have a strategy, that will happen. Okay. All right. So the whole idea, if you don't have a strategy, just simply go adopt mine and tweak it to yours, and then you're good to go. Okay. Let's see here. So 880, 5% is nothing. Okay, so this is not really a real move. This is flat as far as I'm concerned. And you can literally look at here, 17 to 60. You can see that it's just flat. Okay, there's not much movement. Okay, so when I go look at the 1 year, okay, you can clearly see the flats that I'm talking about from here. If you put it on 1 month, you can see even better. See, it's flat. It's just flat over a few days at the end of the day. So if you are one of the people that are trying to day trade this thing, or you're trying to game the system, you want to look at the lows and the highs and then buy and get out, what's going to happen to you is that you're going to burn a lot of money on fees, and you're going to lose money. Okay, and you may become a casualty of the market, and that's not what we want, right? So you're better off. The ultimate chart you want to be looking at as part of the rules here is the 1 year chart, and this 1 year chart is looking good to me. There's a quick resistance here. If you don't know what resistance is, Google resistance and support on a stock chart, right? There's a resistance here, there's a support here, and then it rallied again, and then it's now trading at 16,879. Yesterday, yes, you may have been like, oh man, it tanked, it went down, it's tanking. No, it's not. Okay, this is not the tank. You're gonna see a bigger one later. I think you're going to see a bigger one later, but I won't be surprised if it never comes. Okay, just because technology is just that crazy, and things are moving faster towards globalization, towards civilization, towards, so I won't be surprised if it never comes. But typically from a historical standpoint, this is a bubble and it will bust. Okay, and if it busts, what I can guarantee you is that this money will move into Ethereum, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrency. And I think Coinbase is going to start trading. Coinbase is going to be supporting Bitcoin Cash, which is a spin-off of Bitcoin. I think it's trading at $1,300 right now. Okay. All right. So that's that right there. If you want to know how to get started, go watch my video from yesterday, and you'll learn out, or just simply follow the instructions here at Coinbase. When you go to olatalks.com/Bitcoin, you see a blue banner. You can click on it from there. You can create an account and take it from there. It's very simple. So guys, let's go look at Ethereum. Okay. As you can see, I'm flying through. I don't want to waste your time. I want to be quick on this, so we can keep doing it every day. Okay. So Ethereum today did not too badly. Actually, did better than Bitcoin. How so? Again, this is the first time in this particular session that I'm going to show you how so, right? So why? Because again, we don't look at this number, we look at the percentage, right? So this dropped by 4.7%. Of course, this one went up by 8.94%. Now this one dropped as well too. Okay, dropped by 10%. Why? Because it's 35 out of 350. Okay, it was trading at 350 yesterday, so 35 out of 350 is a 10% drop. Okay, so it's not a big deal. How do I know it's not a big deal? Because I'm looking at the 1-year chart. The 1-year chart to tell you that this just a few days ago was $100 and it's trading at $316 right now. Okay, I know what the next question is going to be. Is it the right time to buy? If you follow my strategy, is always the right time to buy. Right now it's mad early. We're not looking at if it's the wrong time to buy until 5 to 10 years from now. It's a long play. Okay, that's the only way to make a fortune out of this, a long play. The people that you heard all the news. Okay, let me give you a quick one. All the people that you heard on the news that are now Bitcoin millionaires, right? What happened? They've been in it for 5, 3, 4 years. They bought it when it was low. Yeah, some people made some okay money since last year. Maybe somebody made $1 million from last year, but they probably invested a lot more money than the person that bought $5,000 worth and it's now worth $25,000, right, in 2010, I think, and it's now worth $425 million. That is a long play in a technology age. In a digital age, 5 years is a long play. We don't have to wait for 35 years any longer, right? Most people back in the days, 60, 50 years ago, would have to wait a whole lifetime through a career to be able to build such amount of wealth from a job, right? But right now, this is an opportunity right here. Okay, so it's early. 316 is in my opinion, is extremely a great buy for Litecoin. Okay, because we're just getting started. Even an average person don't even know what a freaking coin, digital coin is yet. Okay, they're kind of getting to know it, but you know what I mean, right? So Ethereum, look at the 1-year chart of Ethereum. Just last week, it was testing this $376 mark. It tested it 3 times before it shot up to 750. Okay, so am I gonna buy this week at 750? Heck yeah, I'm buying at 750. Okay, I'm buying every week. That's my strategy. Okay, because again, we're dollar cost averaging this. Okay, and that's one of the rules as well too. If you want to capitalize on this big time, if you're looking for a quick buck, that's simply not what I'm doing here. Okay, right here, if you want to follow this and you want to enjoy this ride, you want to understand how these charts work: support, resistance, rally when it tanks, right? Lower support, lower and lower support means it's trending down. Higher resistance, right, is going up, and you're going to hit resistance every now and then. And Bitcoin right now, what is hitting is what you call a resistance. We can look at that on the 1-month chart right here. This is a resistance. It hit it here, it went back, and then it's hitting it again. It's resistance means it's not allowing it to push beyond 17,749. Once it breaks 17,749, it's going to shoot up again. Okay, maybe not. So sometimes we test it 2 or 3 times, but if you keep testing it, the investors, the big time investors out there are going to look at it as a signal to buy. When they buy, boom, right? Now some people are going to be like, well, I could just stage that and I could just make some quick money and get out. Don't do that. I just want you to learn some little tricks here and there on how to look at the chart. That's why I'm sharing that with you. This is something I learned when I was trading stock options. Okay, Ethereum here just hit a higher point. Okay, just on the 1 month chart here, hit this 735 mark right here. But on the 1 year chart, you can see that the balance number is still 691. Okay, so it's a little over but right here. So expect it that it can pull back to 691. If it pulls below 691, it may tank a little bit more, okay, because you can see that it's a little bit of turmoils in this trend so far in the past 1 year, right? But again, none of this stuff is really that much predictable right now because of the amount of bubble in the market, because of the news media coverage and all these people just coming in, downloading Coinbase and just trying to get in. All of that is affecting this number, but it's a good thing to watch people's emotions. This chart is still an indication of people's emotion, and it's a good thing to look at, okay? So you can get yourself familiar, and it allows you to control your own emotions too, because you see people's emotions moving on the chart like this. You learn how to stay still and enjoy the ride and just have a strategy and stick to your strategy. It's called discipline. Thanks, Phil, for putting that word in my mouth a lot today, right? It's called discipline. If you don't have discipline, you will lose money. I promise you. I don't care if you made 5 grand from a move yesterday. Ultimately, go average all the money that you're doing together. You're going to lose money because you don't have strategy. The reason why I was able to tell you I'm doing 115 earlier is 115% return on investment, because there's a strategy in place. Okay. So that's my chart analysis for the day. I'm going to go and just look at the news right now. And I'm literally just simply going to do, and you should do this daily by yourself. And I'll look at what's going on. It's called Bitcoins. I just type in Bitcoins into Google and see if CNBC has a news, CNN Money has a news, the Economy Times has news, Huffington Post has news. We should all look at all of this, okay? Just your platform issue. So tax department turns heat. Yeah, of course, they're gonna, but again, this is in India. There's a news from India out today that they're trying to hit them up with tax. Turns heat on Bitcoin exchanges across country, checks for evasion. Yeah, they want the piece of the pie. This is again another reason why you should invest in Bitcoins, because even the powers that be and say, wait, it's a lot of money moving. Where's my check? Right? That's what this is about. It's just another signal that you should pay attention. Okay. So that's what that news is about. How to sell Bitcoin. So selling Bitcoin, it depends on what exchange you are. It depends, but I guess somebody is posting something on CNN Money here. You can learn a lot about yourself by how you trade Bitcoin. Yeah, actually, because I believe that, because again, it's really a mindset, emotion driver, and if you don't know how to control yourself and you're moving money in and out, this is a good indication of the kind of person you are, right? Or it could also be your level of expertise, but it's pretty much you, right? And that's why I said looking at the chart will teach you a lot about people and how their emotions. Somebody's gonna be like, no, I got this. No, I got this. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, you're human. You have a human brain. All right. Shut up. All right. So a friend strongly want me to move my Bitcoin to an alternative digital wallet. So one thing, the homework I'm going to give you, okay, is I want you to go read up on the wallets, the digital wallet. How do you store your Bitcoins and things like that, right? I want you to go learn some things about that, because that's going to be very important. Because again, one of the questions that came up today is hack, right? How do you protect from a hack? Sometimes an exchange says they get hacked and then a bunch of Bitcoins are stolen. So for every Bitcoin or every cryptocurrency, every crypto coin, there's a public some sort of identification code, and a private one, right? The public one is essentially your identification that you own it, your email address and things like that. But it's a private one that you kind of store. I forgot the name they call it. I'll put it on my, when you go to allatalks.com/Bitcoin. Again, I'm still learning this stuff, right? And you will learn what that is. But that private key, right, is a public key and a private key, and that private key is really the digital coin itself, okay? And that private key has a copy on every nodes in the blockchain. So every node has a copy of it. Now the ownership of it is, I'm not sure if it's always anonymous or not, but you need to protect it. So there's a lot of talk around, should you leave your Bitcoins on the exchange wallet or should you have your own wallet and things like that. Ultimately, I should continue to build I will say, if there's a way to purchase, I think it's like a flash drive, what they call it, that is a wallet, something like that, that looks like the size of something like this if you're looking at me on the screen, right? And if they say that's what it is, then protect yourself. I'll say that just learn as much as you can about that and protect yourself. I'm still learning it myself. Okay, so that's something they're talking about here, pretty much, essentially. So hack is not something new. Okay, you have material, you have intellectual property, you have things that's company owned from your job, that's all that's living on your computer, but we've dealt with it very nicely over the past 2 decades, right? When I was going to school here in NJIT, New Jersey, for computer engineering, one of the biggest part of what we were learning was security, right? So security has always been the biggest part of technology. So just like anytime you create something new, there's always somebody trying to hack against it, or create a caricature, or somebody trying to create a fake version of it, or trying to steal stuff. Stealing is not new, okay? So don't, because of that, say no, 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 they're gonna steal my stuff, my money's gonna be gone. No, it's not, okay? And on top of that, thank you, Phil, for reminding me this. If you're using Coinbase, it's FDIC insured, $250,000 for your deposit, just like a bank. So it's really nothing to worry about here. Does that make sense? So I would tell you right now that as far as a hack is concerned, I think there's a Coin Desk or something like that. There's another company, last Coin Ash or something like that, that they stole a bunch of bitcoins that was recovered, and people say, no, should I worry about my money? Well, if your money is sitting in the bank right now, then you should be worried. Then let me tell you why you should be worried about your money. The feds, okay, when they print money anyhow and they're billing companies out because the country went under, that's when you should be worried about your money, honestly. Not when it comes down to you learning this stuff and learning how to control your assets. Okay, so that's that right there. That's the news on CNN Tech. South Korea rolls out plans to curb craze for bitcoins. The government is paying attention. It's just another sign that yes, you should pay attention. Okay, should you invest in Bitcoin or not? You determine that. That's up to you. There's no guarantee you're gonna make money, but I think if you missed out on the dot-com boom, you shouldn't miss out on this. Okay, if you missed out on buying some shares in Amazon and it's now $1,200 a shares, try not to miss out on this. Okay, whatever it is that's disposable, that money that you will lose, you wouldn't cry over it. $10, $20, $100. Set up an automatic to put it into Coinbase every week, and forget it. Leave it there for 5 years. Okay. Worst case scenario, it evaporates and disappears. But at least you did not go and pull out mortgage to put in this stuff, and you should never do that. Okay. So that's what I have for you today. Hopefully, you've been enlightened, right? What do I say? Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated, and I will see you on tomorrow. Go to olatalks.com/bitcoins, and you will see my resources that I'm populating on there. That's a power page that I'm building that will have all the resources, and I will continue to put embed these videos there and things like that. And you can follow what I'm doing essentially, right? So yesterday I was 120% ROI, 130. It's 115 today. So what? I don't care. It's 5, 10 years. And I'm glad that happened today, because I want you to see the reality of what's going on as we go through this process. So I'm going to try to come here every day for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And this is the third of it. And, give me a like, thumbs up. Give me if you give me a like, thumbs up, and you comment and you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, that will encourage me to keep going. And I will really, really appreciate that. So thank you very, very much for hanging out with me. I will see you on the next one, and peace.